Hello, everyone, and welcome to a happy anniversary for everyone on the JP side and global players in about 3 months. All right, so here we are. It is anniversary time, and as you guys have probably noticed, yesterday before the JP anniversary went live, there was a little bit of server issues. Now, I do believe that it was Square Enix side and not Gumi, so we'll give Gummy a pass on this. Yeah, I used both spellings there just to be like, oh, he's still doing that. Okay. All right. So version 3.0, I'm here to talk a little bit about some of the new features to version 3.0. And not only that, I'm also here to give my impressions about it because honestly, I got to say, version 3.0 seems to be running the game a little bit chonkier. Yeah, version 3.0 got updated, or the game basically got updated, and as you can see, the UI is a little bit better. It doesn't feel as cluttered. There are some new things, or quite a bit of new things. I'm gonna have a hard time trying to get through everything that just was in this update because there is just so many things to talk about. So yeah, gonna do my very best to get through this. We'll see whether or not. I'm just trying to see if I can't find a specific list of the details. I'll just do it from the new side. See, I was prepared. I was very prepared for this, right? All right. So looking at this, first of all, the UI on the main page has been greatly improved. As you can see, like it's just, I was finding before the update that everything was starting to get way too cluttered. Like it felt like there was like a small box for your character and that was about it. As with version 3.0 has come along, we now see also the accessibility of brand new bingo boards, such to do with Titus and Yuna. Titus and Yuna both have their hard quests as well, but have a bingo board for completion. As you can see, the menus are a little bit glitchy for version 3.0. Here we have the summon, which we'll talk about a little bit more, and we also have just this EX job, the fact that we have EX jobs. Here's a little bonus. Continuing on, let's take a look at just what has also happened. So basically, other than that, we have a update of some of the stuff in terms of purchasables in the shop for the 1 year anniversary. And looking here, take a look at this bundle right here. Not terribly expensive, 980 yen, but gives you a lot for your money and also triggers the daily spending, so you can get both of those things done. Cool. Looking at this, there's also a brand new pack that will allow you towards EX jobs. I'm going to be talking about EX jobs in a separate video because there's a lot to talk about. I didn't talk about it earlier, too, because I was waiting to see what the final details were. Now we kind of have a better idea. I can talk about it a little bit more. Looking as well, some of the packs have been rebalanced in terms of what you are getting, what their cost is, and all of that, but for the most part, it is generally the same. Taking a look into the next part of the game as well, let's go over to here and into the guild shop, where most of what you see in the guild looks basically the same, except now we have a couple of differences. First of all, for everybody who is looking to get more character shards, here it is. So this is from now on, you basically have the option of changing a unit from being job point gain in the barracks to being a shard gain. So if you have someone like Gilgamesh, you are getting one every 24 hours. If you are like a normal you are getting about 2. And I think it's a little bit higher for some of the lower tier units, but URs are probably what you're going to be mostly focusing on. What's also noted is that each of the characters do have a timer for how long it gets, and yes, you do still need to make sure that your barracks people are eating. This is kind of annoying because obviously 24 hours missing any amount of time is just going to feel bad. I don't think that they probably should have done this, but it is what it is, I guess, and hopefully it'll get better over time. Also, a brand new addition is the guild statue. Now, the guild statue is something that your entire guild will be working towards building, but in a different way. Now you are able to go into these kind of challenge missions. By completing them, you'll earn various crafting rewards and everything like that. As you go up into the higher fights, you'll start getting stuff for EX job awakenings, which is basically one of the few ways you can get this materials right now. So this is kind of a way that you have to do it. And as your guild fights more and more, you will unlock more and more difficult challenges that you will potentially be able to do. And it looks like you can try one of these once every day, which is kind of cool. It's just a new thing of farming, but doesn't use any stamina. So nice. Nice. Okay. Continuing on next, we do have moving into, well, let's go into units next. I'm sure that there's going to be some stuff I forget, so please forgive me if I do. So this is the introduction of the mastery system. Mastery system is based around each element and how many characters you have developed in that element. So taking, for example, fire. Fire is one of my weaker ones where I don't have a ton of units and haven't built a ton of units. So therefore, I'm only getting up to level 12, where I'm seeing about these bonuses for my fire characters. You can see what you will get for the ones as you level this up. The more fire characters I will build, the faster this fire level will go up and then level up, increasing other fire units. So fire units supporting fire units. Now, as you can see, light is my best one. I think you can get about 100 lapis for maxing all of these. Not necessarily great value by any extent. And I do believe that level 20 is the highest that you can go on this. So light is currently my best. Who knows? Maybe when I finish Una, this will be done, but not sure at this point. Either way, this is kind of pretty cool. It doesn't necessarily support mono teams, but it does support if you've been particularly lucky with a one element type. Well, then those elements are going to support each other. So kind of boosts the idea if you don't have a lot of other elements that you can just get a little bit more out of the elements you do have. Now, looking towards equipment is getting a bit of a boost. So taking a look at this, for instance, here right now I have the Sleep Blade equipped. That is the standard weapon that I just have on our girl here. But if we wanted to change, boom! Take a look at this. We actually have brand new UI for looking at weapons. And this makes it much easier to compare what increasing or changing a weapon or piece of equipment will do to that character. As you can see, it's much easier to understand now. Green just up, red down, and where you can see the net positives and everything. Just a great little comparison screen. I love this. This is fantastic. Excuse me. Whew. Could not have eaten all that pizza for lunch. All right, continuing on, we're going to just go down a little bit because EX jobs is something else that has been implemented into the game. However, the characters I've developed, well, let's just see here. Oldoa, how you doing? Strike one. Okay, it's okay. Oop, that's too far back. Check stern. Regular stern. Nope, not there either. Maybe Rob is the one I should put all my trust into. Okay, so yeah, joking aside, I do not have enough to actually do anyone at this point, not even Mont, because ever since I've gotten Agrius, Mont has never been a priority. EX jobs are a brand new feature that you can add into this game. Certain criteria has to be met. Character needs to be level 99 and have all three of their jobs maxed out to 15, at which point you will be able to expand the job board by using certain upgrading materials to increase that character. If we go back into, I do believe News? News? Trying to find where in the frick is the frickin' fricker? Too many things. We just need less things. Awakenings. Here we go. All right, since I don't have a Mont that's capable of actually doing it, as you can see, you do need the specific types of gems. You need Awakening Rocks, Awakening Souls, and that will increase one job up to a specific level. It's only the main job that does get increased. It does look like it's about approximately 4 to 6% for some stats. I would not say that it is an incredibly massive boost, and I would say that it's kind of like, for right now, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's new, it's exciting, I want to do it right now, but later characters will be considerably better at this. So I would say don't panic for the global side or JP players who are thinking that they need to rush down these characters. Every other character will more than likely and pretty quickly get this EX thing, but it will happen in waves. So if you don't have Mont, if you don't have a lot of these characters, don't worry about it so much. If you do have a specific character, just wait it out. The stats are nice. Will definitely be a nice bonus that will make some content easier, but I don't think it is something worth panicking over. Speaking of which, when it comes to the EX job, now you're going to notice something brand new. So let's scroll all the way down here, and we're just going to use some of my 1.5 billion gil. I feel so fancy. All right, skipping through the animation, although I do notice we got a Zazen. Perfect. That's just perfect. This, from now on, is what you will see when you pull characters. You are getting these kind of shards for ones that you have maxed, which are basically fragments of thoughts. The new type of awakening material you will also need for these characters once you get them into the EX job. As a matter of fact, I do think you need about 400 of these for a new UR, and no, they do not happen retroactively. Someone could correct me on that. This is still a brand new thing and one that I have not been able to do yet. Personally, I'm actually thinking that Yuna will be my first one, but that's going to take a while, so please bear with me until I actually get an opportunity to do that. All right. So that's talking about EX jobs. I will talk more about EX jobs in a separate video because that's a whole different kettle of fish. All right, continuing on, let's head to vision cards next for no particular reason other than to show a brand new feature to do with upgrading. So take a look at this. Here we have the Golem card, a solid card 1 year later. Not great, but solid. Now, let's say we have enough, of these shards to upgrade it. All right, cool. We need 2 URs. Well, guess what? Now, a brand new form of currency, these kind of materials can now be used in place of UR balls. So here, as you can see, we are going to be ending up using some of this material, and we are going to be replacing that so we can keep our UR orbs perfectly healthy, upgrade the vision card, and boom, we're done. Easy as pie. So yeah. This is a new feature to help awaken vision cards and give people an alternative option that does not necessarily use all the resources you have before. So again, taking a look at, for instance, here, the Dark Moon, or Blood Moon. Only requires 10 to go, so we're using 20 here. We still have tons of these. No problem, easy. Gives you a brand new way of upgrading vision cards. And last but not least, at least for this video, because I think I've gotten everything. If there's something I've missed, well, we'll cover it right at the end here. But let's go into summons, because summons are a big thing and are about to get a little bit bigger as 3-star espers are now a thing. So having basically it works basically as getting the same as basically to a 2-star Esper. You just have to max a 1-star Esper, beat the fight, and then you will get enough awakening materials to upgrade the summon. Here it's the same thing. As you can see, you'll be able to get the summon up to level 99. You do need some of these materials, which are brand new. You need some of these, which you will get from fighting the new Ifrit fight, which is considerably difficult. And last but not least, you'll need some of the fire mats. But doing that will expand the Esper board, give them more power, make them generally stronger. And yeah, 3-star Espers do look pretty nice. So thinking that's pretty cool. As for where you will find the fight, basically in the exact same place as you did before. Here we are, Ifrit fight number 2. A much stronger Ifrit fight. Should be noted that I did try this fight earlier, and Ifrit hit Venera for about 5,000 points of damage. So, you know, get ready for that. Either way, no continues. Elemental chains of 3, which shouldn't be particularly difficult because he's weak to water and spears. So there's a very specific unit. Glassy seems to be really good for this because, you know, Glassy actually does pair well with Ifrit, so it kind of makes sense. No units full, and last but not least, do not hire a companion. So not ridiculous or stupidly difficult, but difficult enough that I think this will be at least a little bit of a challenge for some players, myself included. All right, so that's basically everything here. There is, of course, a lot of other stuff to talk about in terms of version updates. So let's just go through the list one more time. Mastery ability, we talked about that today. That is the elemental mastery thing. EX job implementation, we'll cover that more later. Implementation of guild statue, we talked about that. Vision card awakening material, we covered that. Summon beast to 3-star, UI renovation. Oh yes, there's match battle, partial AI repair, which is something that I do want to talk about really quickly. First of all, I disagree with the AI repair assertion. As a matter of fact, the AI and the game mechanics seem to be considerably broken. First of all, in my on-stream time today, I noticed that a lot of my characters' attacks were automatically choosing to attack my own characters and not enemies. I have no idea why this is. I assume it's a bug and it should not be happening. So heads up for JP players that seems to be an issue. Also, auto AI in general seems to be a little bit dumber than it was before. Some of the priorities have changed, so you may want to keep an eye on your AI, at least for the little bit, until you know that they are doing well. Also, to talk about a few other things really quickly, the tutorial has been slightly updated. Royal rank has now been increased from 12 all the way up to 17. In other words, there is no bigger speed bonus or anything like that, but Royal rank does go up to 17 now. It is kind of ridiculous, but it is a thing. Partial voice for SSR and below units, so more units now have voices. And last but not least, talking about vision cards, which is something I forgot, but I totally saw. Maxing out certain vision cards now will give you a particular bonus for certain element types of characters. So it's more of an incentive to max vision cards. This kind of makes sense since vision cards have never been the super priority for a lot of people. We really want the summons, we really want the characters, and vision cards are just really pretty and stat sticks. But now they're a little bit more stat sticks, and you will get a bonus for increasing them. So definitely might want to start working towards increasing vision cards. I've already been doing it on global. Good for you. Here is a thumb up. But yeah, that's everything in version 3.0. A lot of content, a lot of updates. I mean, that's not even just talking about all the other stuff to do with like the Final Fantasy X event and farming that weapon and all of that. That probably is just another video at this point, and not even getting into all of the EX details yet, but I will be collecting that over the next few days and making a video about that. Really quick impressions, version 3.0, lots of nice little updates, still lots of things that need to be addressed, And I do think the performance of the game and the AI has taken at least a hit, if not a significant hit, in terms of the AI performance. And other than that, I really hope that smaller version update comes out really quickly, fixing some of the issues that we are having. But we'll get into all of the EX stuff in the next video, so I'm going to stop this video for now. So thank you very much for watching. Take care and see you next time.